From unsolved mysteries to unexplained phenomena, from comedy gold to relationship fails, Amazon Music's got the most ad-free top podcasts, included with Prime. Because the only thing that should interrupt your listening is, well, nothing. Download the Amazon Music app today.
So, when I ask, what is Odoo? What comes to mind? Well, Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a suite of business management software that some people say is like fertilizer because of the way it promotes growth. But some people also say Odoo is like a magic beanstalk because it grows with your company and is also magically affordable. But then again, you could look at Odoo in terms of how its individual software programs are a lot like building blocks. I mean, whatever your business needs. Manufacturing, accounting, HR programs, you can build a custom software suite that's perfect for your company. So, what is Odoo? Well, I guess Odoo is a bit of everything. Odoo is a fertilizer, magic beanstalk building blocks for business. Yeah, that's it. Which means that Odoo is exactly what every business needs. Learn more and sign up now at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com. From lashes for days with the viral Liquid Lash Extensions mascara to awakening your eyes with lift and color from the brilliant eye brightener, Thrive Cosmetics is the go-to when you want to amplify your everyday look. Plus, every product is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, and made with clean, skin-loving ingredients that work with your skin. And for every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates to help communities thrive. So every time you use your favorite Thrive Cosmetics product, you're helping communities you care about too. Amplify your everyday. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/shine26 for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/shine26.
This is Trivia for Kids, where it's not just for adults anymore.
Hey there, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm also doing good. My name is Casey.
And I'm Ren.
And we would love to welcome you to this week's episode of Trivia for Kids,
the podcast.
The podcast. So, Ren, this week is so exciting. I am thrilled to be teaming up with Kids Discover. And if you're new to what Kids Discover is, it's a company that makes fun and easy to understand learning materials for kids. Think of it as kind of like a big library full of colorful articles and pictures and activities that explain all kinds of things. And I'm so excited to be working with them because going through their content and using what I have found for our trivia has been so awesome. So make sure you're listening later on in the show because there is a big surprise and a chance to win something really cool with us and Kids Discover as a team. With that being said, would you like to hear some jokes?
Yeah, please.
Our first joke comes from Andrew, who is from Minneapolis.
Thank you, Andrew.
What is a star's favorite bird?
I'm not sure.
A starling. Our next joke comes from Knox, who is from Georgia.
Thank you, Knox.
What do you call a bear that jumps and never lands? Peter Panda. Jumps and never lands. Peter Panda.
Oh!
Great one. And our last joke comes from Jimmy, who is 8, and he is from England.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Why does everyone care about carrier ships?
I'm not sure.
Because they are important. Important, because they import stuff.
I love that.
Thank you for the jokes, everybody.
Thank you.
All right. Time for the trivia. T for the T. Let's go.
Here's how the show works. Trivia for Kids consists of 5 rounds with 7 questions each. We will announce the answers at the end of each round. Each new round will have a different category. After the 5th round, we will have the final exam, which will test you on the toughest questions we have covered in the previous rounds. Everyone ready? Let's get started.
Round 1, the category is Disney songs. Question 1. According to the song Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, what is always greener in somebody else's lake? Question 2. What word in the Mary Poppins song is something quite atrocious? Question 3. Which movie features the song Into the Unknown? Question 4. In the song You're Welcome, what does Maui say happened when he killed an eel and buried its guts? Question 5. Which movie includes the song I'll Make a Man Out of You? Question 6. Which character sings the song Prince Ali in Aladdin? Question 7. In the song We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, what type of storm do Peppa and Felix say they got married in? Parent challenge. Which Disney song includes a character bragging about eating 5 dozen eggs? Answers to round number 1. Question 1. According to the song Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid, what is always greener in somebody else's lake?
Seaweed.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. What does that mean, saying the sea? Have you ever heard of the grass is greener at...
On the other side of the fence. It means that you should be happy with whatever you have.
Right. Because even though it seems like somebody else's life is better, when you're in that life, you really realize that it's not all it was cracked up to be. Question 2. What word in the Mary Poppins song is something quite atrocious?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Umdiddle-umdiddle-I. I couldn't skip the umdiddle-littles. Those are my favorites. Question 3. Which movie features the song Into the Unknown?
Frozen.
The answer is Frozen 2.
Oh, the Frozen series.
Into the Unknown. How's it go? I don't think it was high enough.
No, it goes into the unknown.
There you go. Question 4. In the song You're Welcome, what does Maui say happened when he killed an eel and buried its guts?
Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts.
It sprouted a tree, and now we have coconuts, thanks to Maui killing an eel and burying its guts. Thanks, Maui.
Thank you, Maui.
Do you think that's a true story?
No.
I don't think
That's
so. Question 5. Which movie includes the song I'll Make a Man Out of You?
Mulan.
Mulan is correct. Question 6. Which character sings the song Prince Ali in Aladdin?
Prince Ali?
The answer is the genie. Prince Ali, fabulous he, Ali Ababa. Strong as 10 regular men. Definitely.
He faced a galloping hordes, 100 bad guys with swords. The sent the spin to the Lord's weapon.
Prince Ali. Question 7. In the song We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, what type of storm do Peppa and Felix say they got married in?
Hurricane.
They got married in a hurricane because Bruno says that there's rain coming or something.
And it messed up Peppa's mind.
And it messed up Peppa's mind because she controls the weather. And so she got all frazzled and turned her own wedding into a hurricane. Oh, man, what a disaster. Parent challenge. Which Disney song includes a character bragging about eating 5 dozen eggs?
Gaston.
Gaston is the answer. No one fights like Gaston. No one something's like Gaston. And then he eats 5 dozen eggs for breakfast. That's a lot of eggs. What is it? 5 times 12?
5
60? 60 eggs for breakfast.
Yep.
You'd have to make them a lot of different ways.
Yeah. I'll take a sunny side up, a fried.
I'll have 23 eggs scrambled, 15 sunny side up, 12 hard boiled. What's another way you make eggs? Poached. Anyway, too many eggs. Don't eat 5 dozen eggs for breakfast, like Gaston. Round 2. The category is U.S. presidents. This category is presented by our friends at Kids Discover, which is an educational platform that has been creating trusted curriculum for over 30 years. Kids Discover offers beautifully designed articles and resources on science, history, and culture that teachers and homeschool families and trivia podcasters use every day to spark curiosity and deepen learning. Because their content is written and reviewed by experts, the facts are proven and reliable. So I don't need to check anything like I do when I use AI-generated material. Thank you so much, Kids Discover. Question 1. Before the holiday was called President's Day, whose birthday did the holiday celebrate? Question 2. Which president bought a large area of land from France called the Louisiana Purchase that nearly doubled the size of the United States? Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, or Abraham Lincoln? Question 3. Who was the first vice president to become president because the acting president died in office? John Tyler, Richard Nixon, or George Harrison? Question 4. Ulysses S. Grant was a general during the Civil War, and he signed a bill that made which national park the very first one? Question 5. Which president do we have to thank for buying Florida from Spain? James Madison, James Monroe, or James Taylor? Question 6. Which president shares a name with a Sesame Street character and a city, and was the first president to serve one term, lose re-election, and then win a second term? Question 7. Lyndon B. Johnson was the 36th president of the United States and was sworn into office where? On an aircraft carrier, in a church, or on an airplane? Parent challenge. Which president was the only president to resign or quit his job as president? And now the round 2 answers. Question 1. Before the holiday was called President's Day, whose birthday did the holiday celebrate?
George Washington.
That is the answer. The holiday was originally called George Washington's birthday and was celebrated on his actual birthday, February 22. Now the holiday celebrates all U.S. presidents and is celebrated on the third Monday in February. So I remember when I was in elementary school, we would have George Washington's birthday as the holiday.
Wow.
But that makes sense that you'd want to celebrate all the presidents and not just G-dubs, because they all have done great things.
Uh-huh.
Question 2. Which president bought a large area of land from France called the Louisiana Purchase that nearly doubled the size of the United States? Thomas Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, or Abraham Lincoln?
Tom Jeff.
Tom Jeff is the answer. President Thomas Jefferson authorized the purchase of the Louisiana Territory from France in 1803 for $15 million. The deal, negotiated with Napoleon Bonaparte, added 828,000 square miles of land, stretching from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains, nearly doubling the size of the United States. It encompasses the entirety of Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska, plus parts of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Louisiana, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, and Texas. So we've got good old Tom Jeff to thank for the land that we're sitting on right now.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it makes sense that Iowa was part of the Louisiana Purchase. But when I think of Louisiana, I think of
Louisiana, but it's
really south. But the reason it's called Louisiana is because of King Louis from France. Question 3. Who was the first vice president to become president because the acting president died in office? John Tyler, Richard Nixon, or George Harrison?
I'm going to say Richard Nixon.
The answer is John Tyler. When William Henry Harrison died after only 32 days in office, Vice President John Tyler took on the full duties as president. This was controversial because the Constitution didn't say anything about what should happen if this happened. Later, the 25th Amendment would address this situation. So we've talked about William Henry Harrison before. He became president. He gave like an 8-hour-long speech in the freezing cold rain. Then he caught a really bad something and died after 32 days. They didn't know what to do. This had never happened. So John Tyler, vice president, became president. And people were like, well, that shouldn't happen. Well, that should happen. Well, that shouldn't happen. So
interesting. I did not know that.
So now it's kind of an automatic when that happens. Then the vice president takes over. Question 3. Ulysses S. Grant was a general during the Civil War, and he signed a bill that made which national park the very first one?
My instinct goes Yellowstone, so we'll just say that one.
Go with your instinct. The answer is Yellowstone. On March 1st, 1872, President Ulysses S. Grant signed the Yellowstone National Park Protection Act into law, establishing Yellowstone National Park as the very first in the United States. The act designated the areas in the Montana and Wyoming territories as a public park to protect its unique geothermal features and natural wonders. Very good job, Ulysses S. Grant.
Yes.
Question 5. Which president do we have to thank for buying Florida from Spain? James Madison, James Monroe, or James Taylor?
I know it wasn't James Madison because that would have been really early. So I'm actually going to say the third one.
James Taylor?
That one.
He's a folk singer. The answer is James Monroe.
Thanks for throwing that in there. Mom, that was not funny.
Well, the other one, I had one of the Beatles as an option, so...
Oh my goodness, that's not any better.
So it's not fair because Harrison was a president. George Harrison was a Beatle. Zachary Taylor was a president, but James Taylor is a singer. James Monroe, thank you for Florida. Question 6. Which president shares a name with a Sesame Street character and a city, and was the first president to serve one term, lose re-election, and then win a second term?
Grover Cleveland.
You got it. There was the puzzle. Grover Cleveland is the answer. As the 22nd and 24th president, he won the 1884 election, lost in 1888 to Benjamin Harrison, and then returned to win the 1892 election. Question 7. Lyndon B. Johnson was the 36th president of the United States and was sworn into office where? On an aircraft carrier, in a church, or on an airplane?
Aircraft carrier. That just seems very specific.
The answer is on an airplane. Oh. Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as the 36th president of the United States aboard Air Force One on November 22, 1963. The ceremony occurred at Dallas Love Field Airport just hours after President John F. Kennedy's assassination. Judge Sarah T. Hughes administered the oath, the only time a president was inaugurated on an airplane. So John F. Kennedy was assassinated in a parade in Dallas, and when Lyndon B. Johnson was on Air Force One, they swore him in as president.
That's crazy.
Parent challenge! Which president was the only president to resign or quit his job as president? I'll give you a hint. You've said his name once already.
Nixon, Richard Nixon.
There you go. Richard Nixon is the only U.S. president to resign from office, announcing his decision on August 8, 1974, and officially leaving on August 9, 1974. Facing certain impeachment due to the Watergate scandal, Nixon resigned to avoid being removed from office. He was succeeded by Vice President Gerald Ford. So Nixon got himself into a whole heap of trouble.
Yep, and then he just quit.
And they knew they were going to fire him, which is another word for impeach him. So instead of getting fired, he just quit. And I want to say a big thanks again to our sponsor, Kids Discover, for helping us out with that segment. And here is some super exciting news. Kids Discover is launching a weekly giveaway with us, the Trivia for Kids podcast. This is your chance to get a free subscription to Kids Discover Online, the perfect learning platform for your curious kids. Now, here's how you enter the giveaway. Simply visit Kids Discover's Instagram page at Kids Discover. Find the Trivia for Kids giveaway post, which will be pinned at the top, and then type in Trivia for Kids in the comment section. Don't forget to tag at Kids Discover in your comment as well. Each week, Kids Discover will randomly select 5 lucky winners. So don't wait. Go to their Instagram page to enter today, like right now. And for official rules of the giveaway, visit kidsdiscover.com/trivia for kids. Round number 3, the category is Roblox. Question 1. What is the maximum amount of friends you can have on Roblox? 100, 1,000, or 10,000? Question 2. In 99 Nights in the Forest, what do players often search for to help them see in the dark forest? Question 3. In Rainbow Friends, which color monster is blind but can hear you move? Question 4. What is the name of Roblox's platform where players can create and share their games? Question 5. In Bee Swarm Simulator, what do bees help you collect? Question 6. In Brookhaven, what can you spawn instantly without paying any in-game money? Question 7. What is the name of the Roblox game where players can fight off zombies in a post-apocalyptic world? Parent challenge. If you are sick of 6-7, you would not want to play this Roblox game called Steal a What? Answers to round 3. Question 1. What is the maximum amount of friends that you can have on Roblox? 100, 1,000, or 10,000?
100?
The answer is 1,000. Why would you need that many friends?
Not sure.
How many friends do you have?
13, I think.
I only let you have approved friendships, so it's really just like...
hopefully just my friends and cousins.
Right. Question 2. In 99 Nights in the Forest, what do players often search for to help them see in the dark forest?
A flashlight.
Flashlight is correct. So are there just like random flashlights laying all over?
There is one really tall building, and there will be flashlights on a counter with a chest next to it.
Question 3. In Rainbow Friends, which color monster is blind but can hear you move?
Pink.
The answer is green. You must stand still when he's near. Ooh.
Interesting. I've never played that.
Aren't there tons of games in Roblox?
Yeah, a lot.
How do you even know which ones to play?
I don't know, you just scroll and find some, or you get options from other people.
Okay. Question 4. What is the name of Roblox's platform where players can create and share their games?
Roblox?
This is called Roblox Studio.
Oh.
You can make your own games?
Mhm.
Wow. This is quite the app.
Where do you think they get all the games?
People like you have made them?
Well, I've never made one. I'm not that talented.
No, but
But people make them.
anybody can make a game?
Mhm.
I was not aware. Question 5. In Bee Swarm Simulator, what do bees help you collect?
Honey?
They help you collect pollen, and then you turn the pollen into honey.
Hey, okay.
Question 6. In Brookhaven, what can you spawn instantly without paying any in-game money?
Car? House?
Yep, houses and vehicles. That's correct. What's Brookhaven? I know you play that too.
It's like a role-playing game.
So you get to pretend like you're a mom and a dad in a family, or you get to pretend you're living life? Anything. Okay. Question 7. What is the name of the Roblox game where players can fight off zombies in a post-apocalyptic world?
I'm not sure.
This is called Zombie Attack. Having this Roblox category was very hard to write because there are so many games that a lot of people probably haven't even heard of some of these, right? Parent challenge. If you are sick of 6-7, you would not want to play this Roblox game called Steal a What?
Brain rot.
Steal a Brain Rot is correct. Round 4. The category is Endangered Species. These questions also come from Kids Discover. I found myself learning so many new things that I didn't even know before. Their resources are so valuable for teachers, homeschoolers, and curious learners alike. Now let's see what you know about endangered species. Question 1. Which of these animals are listed as threatened on the endangered species list because of the risk posed by global warming? Polar bears, grizzly bears, or panda bears? Question 2. Deforestation, or cutting down too many trees, is causing animals to be endangered. Over the last 500 years, how many of the world's forests have been chopped down by people? 1/3, 1/2, or 3/4? Question 3. True or false? All types of elephants are endangered. Question 4. Around the world, what % of the Earth's land area is under some kind of protection? 12%, 26%, or 41%? Question 5. What is a person called who hunts animals even though it is illegal to do so? Question 6. The hyacinth macaw is listed as endangered because of what? Habitat loss, hunting, or being sold as pets? Question 7. True or false? Land animals are the only animals that can be endangered. Parent challenge. What is a non-native animal or organism that when introduced into a new environment can cause harm to the ecosystem? Answers to round 4. Question 1. Which of these animals are listed as threatened on the endangered species list because of the risk posed by global warming? Polar bears, grizzly bears, or panda bears?
Polar bears.
Polar bears is correct. Polar bears use the summer sea ice in the Arctic as a platform for hunting seals. But due to global warming, this specialized habitat is shrinking.
That's not good.
Not good. Question 2. Deforestation, or cutting down too many trees, is causing animals to be endangered. Over the last 500 years, how many of the world's forests have been chopped down by people? 1/3, 1/2, or 3/4?
I'm gonna go a half.
The answer is 1/3.
Oh.
Animals aren't like people. When we take away or damage an animal's habitat, they can't just up and move somewhere else. If we move from Iowa to China, there's still going to be food in a grocery store that we can eat in China.
Yeah.
If you take an animal from the rainforest and move it to North America, it doesn't have the same climate or the same things to eat. It has new dangers. It doesn't work that way for animals. So as we take away more of where they live, more animals are becoming endangered. Question 3, true or false? All types of elephants are endangered.
I'm gonna say true.
It is true. Asian elephants, African forest elephants, and African savanna elephants are all classified as endangered or critically endangered due to poaching and habitat loss. Ugh is right. We gotta take care of those elephants.
I know.
Question 4. Around the world, what % of the Earth's land area is under some kind of protection? 12%, 26%, or 41%?
I'm gonna say 12 because I feel like it isn't big.
You're right, it is only 12. Yellowstone Park, for example, is home to endangered and threatened species like grizzly bears, lynx, and gray wolves, and part of the 12% of Earth that is protected. That's not very much. As we just learned, thanks to Ulysses S. Grant, some of these endangered animals are doing better because he made Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Question 5. What is a person called who hunts animals even though it is illegal to do so?
I want to say a poacher.
Poacher is correct. One of the main threats in the world's rhino species is poaching. They are hunted for their horns because people believe rhino horns can cure diseases. Rhino horns are simply made out of keratin, which is the same thing as our fingernails and horse hooves. So in reality, they can't cure anything. So what that means is people are killing rhinos for no reason.
That is ridiculous.
Question 6. The hyacinth macaw is listed as endangered because of what? Habitat loss, hunting, or being sold as pets?
I'm going to say the last one. That sounds interesting. Sold as pets.
The answer is being sold as pets. These big blue parrots live in ocean areas next to forests in Brazil. So many were taken from the wild and sold as pets that only a few thousand survive in the wild.
I like macaws. They're pretty.
They are, but that's probably why people take them as pets.
Yeah.
Question 7, true or false? Land animals are the only animals that can be endangered.
That's false, man.
It is false. Underwater animals are also at risk. Bluefin tuna are endangered because of overfishing.
Bluefin tuna? I feel like there's a lot of tuna in the world, though.
Well, the bluefin ones are the ones that taste really, really good and are really, really good in sushi and cost a lot of money. Because they are so good, because they are so sought after, they are overfished and...
Gotcha.
Yeah. Parent challenge. What is a non-native animal or organism that when introduced into a new environment can cause harm to the ecosystem?
I know this one. Invasive species.
There you go. Very good. Invasive species is the answer. For example, until 60 years ago, the island of Guam was completely snake-free. Somehow, a brown tree snake that is native to Australia and Indonesia was brought to Guam. Since none of the animals in Guam had ever seen a snake before, they were easy prey. 12 species of birds, 3 lizards, and 2 bats are now completely gone from Guam. Scientists are now working to try to rid Guam of these snakes, including Jack Russell Terriers, who are trained to sniff out snakes that sneak onto airplanes.
How does that work if one brown snake goes?
It could have been a pregnant brown snake. She had babies. those babies had babies, and they just keep going and going and going and going. But isn't that crazy to think about what one invasive species can do to an entire country of... That's so sad. I know that in America, some of our rivers have Asian carp in them, and these carp are killing other fish and things in the rivers because they're populating so quickly and they're just kind of overtaking rivers and things. There are a lot of examples of invasive species. Round number 5. The category is sports. Question 1. How many panels does a traditional soccer ball have? 26, 32, or 45? Question 2. Which Major League Baseball team's baseball stadium has a swimming pool in the outfield? The Texas Rangers, the Atlanta Braves, or the Arizona Diamondbacks? Question 3. Which event in a rodeo is the most dangerous? Question 4. Which sport has a rule where you can't step on the kitchen? Pickleball, volleyball, or tennis? Question 5. What is the name of the football position that kicks the ball to the other team when their team can't get a first down? The kicker, the punter, or the gaffer? Question 6. Which Olympic sport has athletes sword fighting against each other wearing special safety uniforms? Fencing, taekwondo, or skeleton? Question 7. Which NBA player is known for doing a shimmy dance after hitting long three-pointers? Parent challenge. What is the food-named defensive move in volleyball where a player dives and slides their hand flat on the floor, palm down, allowing the ball to bounce off the back of their hand just before it hits the ground? Answers to the last round. Question 1. How many panels does a traditional soccer ball have? 26, 32, or 45?
32.
You're right. A traditional soccer ball has 32 panels. It has 20 hexagons and 12 pentagons. This is known as the truncated icosahedron, and it is designed to create a near-perfect sphere. So if you look at a soccer ball and you count all those different geometric shapes, most of them will have 32.
Yay!
I didn't realize that some of them were hexagons and some were pentagons. I thought they were all the same. So I learned something new. I wonder if the black ones are the pentagons and the white ones are the hexagons. Question 2. Which Major League Baseball team's baseball stadium has a swimming pool in the outfield? The Texas Rangers, the Atlanta Braves, or the Arizona Diamondbacks?
Arizona Diamondbacks.
You are right. Chase Field, home to the Arizona Diamondbacks in Phoenix, Arizona, is the Major League Baseball stadium featuring a swimming pool in the outfield. Located beyond the right center field wall, the pool is part of a rentable suite that offers fans a unique resort-style viewing experience. Let me get this straight. You can swim in that pool and watch the game at the same time? That's crazy! I remember, Brooks, you and I learned the answer to this question because we watched what one day? Blippi! He toured the Arizona Diamondbacks field.
Yeah,
and
I was young.
yeah, you were a lot younger when we watched it, but I remember seeing the swimming pool. Should we try to do that someday? That would be the coolest way to watch a baseball game. Literally. Question 3. Which event in a rodeo is the most dangerous?
Bull riding.
That is correct. Bull riding is widely considered the most dangerous event in rodeo, often referred to as the most dangerous 8 seconds in sports. It carries the highest risk of injury as riders face 1,500 to 2,000 pound bulls, with injuries often occurring from falls, being bucked off, or being trampled or gored after the ride.
I remember sometimes, like when there's a rodeo and we go to our grandpa and grandma's, and once there's this guy that did bull riding, and his bull started chasing him.
Yes.
So he jumped in the thing where they'd be safe.
Yeah, he jumped up onto the gate on the outside so that he was safe. Bull riding is absolutely dangerous, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Question 4. Which sport has a rule where you can't step on the kitchen? Pickleball, volleyball, or tennis?
Pickleball.
Pickleball is correct. On the court of pickleball, the little area in the front of the court on both sides is called the kitchen. So when you serve, the ball can't go in the kitchen, and you can't jump and hit the ball when you're in the kitchen. There's a bunch of kitchen rules. Question 5. What is the name of the football position that kicks the ball to the other team when their team can't get a first down? The kicker, the punter, or the gaffer?
Punter.
Punter is correct. Tell me about what a punter does.
When you can't get a first down, they kick it as far as they can just so they get farther back. Because if you go for it, you could get stopped and then they could score.
That's true. So if it's 4th down and your team's not very close to getting a first down and you're not very close to the touchdown line, you would punt the ball away to the other team. And Brooks is right. The punter's trying to kick the ball as far to the other side of the field as he can so that they don't have what's called good field position.
But they don't always kick it far. There's something called a block, and you could block it. That happened in the Indiana game once.
It's true, it did. Question 6. Which Olympic sport has athletes sword fighting against each other wearing special safety uniforms? Fencing, taekwondo, or skeleton?
Fencing.
Fencing is the answer. Fencing is the Olympic sport where athletes use swords to score points by touching their opponent while wearing specialized, high-strength safety equipment. The gear includes masks with mesh, Kevlar-based jackets, and conductive vests to register hit, making it a safe, fast-paced combat sport. Question 7. Which NBA player is known for doing a shimmy dance after hitting long three-pointers?
Oh, I know this. Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is the answer. You tend to do a shimmy dance after you shoot a basket sometimes and make it, don't you? Can you give me an example of what it looks like?
No, because the watchers can't see.
That's true. What does it look like at least? What do you do? Do you move your arms like up and down and kind of wiggle a little bit? Kind of. Parent challenge. What is the food-named defensive move in volleyball where a player dives and slides their hand flat on the floor, palm down, allowing the ball to bounce off the back of their hand just before it hits the ground?
Pancake.
How did you know that? That is correct. It is called a pancake. So what that is, you can't get the ball. It's really far. You're struggling, and in a move of desperation, you stick your hand out flat on the floor, on the ground, and if you get the pancake, the ball will hit off the back of your hand and pop up so that you can still play the ball. Very good. I think you got them all right. And now it's time for the final exam. Now remember, you've heard these questions in the previous rounds, but these were the hardest ones we've had. So use your memory and try to think back to what the answers are. Question 1. Which president bought a large area of land from France called the Louisiana Purchase that nearly doubled the size of the United States?
Thomas Jefferson.
Question 2. What is the name of the football position that kicks the ball to the other team when their team can't get a first down?
The punter.
Question 3. Around the world, what % of the Earth's land area is under some kind of protection?
12%.
Question 4. Who was the first vice president to become president because the acting president died in office?
John Tyler.
Question 5. How many panels does a traditional soccer ball have?
32.
Question 6. What is the name of a person who hunts animals even though it is illegal to do so?
Poachers.
Question 7. Which president do we have to thank for buying Florida from Spain?
James Monroe.
And here come your shout-outs. Roblox comes from Jonah, who is 9.
Thanks, Jonah.
And it is time for birthdays. Our first birthday shout-out goes to Caroline, who is turning 9. Happy birthday, Caroline. She is from Indianapolis, Indiana. Caroline loves Diary of a Wimpy Kid books and movies, snake videos on YouTube, and everything to do with dogs. Caroline loves Stranger Things and thinks she's a lot like 11, but her powers haven't kicked in yet. She got a 3D printer for Christmas, and her dad have been making lots of cool things. She swore she wasn't a Taylor Swift fan, but loves Opalite and The Fate of Ophelia. And Caroline, your mom and dad love you so much. Happy birthday to Caroline, you are turning 9 and you're from Indiana. You love Diary of a Wimpy Kid and snake videos, and you love dogs and Stranger Things, and you are a lot like 11, but you have no powers, and you love to make things with your 3D printer. Happy 9th birthday to Caroline, we hope 9 is fine. Caroline, happy birthday. Our next birthday goes out to Declan, who is turning 7. Happy birthday, Declan. He is from Whitby, Ontario. Declan loves hockey, skiing, swimming, rollerblading, and riding his bike. He is an amazing reader, phenomenal Lego builder, and he is even better at math. Declan loves all animals, but especially his dog, Piper. He loves to play board games with his family, video games with his friends, and mini sticks with his brother, Colin. And when Declan grows up, he would love to play for the Toronto Maple Leafs, just like Austin Matthews. Happy birthday, Declan. Your family is so very proud of you. Love Mom, Dad, Colin, and Piper. Happy birthday, Declan. You're turning 7, you're from Ontario, and you love hockey and skiing and swimming and riding your bike. You're a great reader and Lego builder, and you're great at math. You love animals, especially Piper, and playing board games and video games and mini sticks. I hope you play for the Maple Leafs. Happy birthday, Declan. 7. We hope it's great. Coming up next is listener Liam, who is turning 8. Happy birthday, Liam. He is from Denver, Colorado. Liam is one of the coolest, kindest, cool beans around. He is a sports fanatic and is the biggest fan of all of the Colorado teams. And your aunt loves you so much. Happy birthday, Liam. Don't fall out of a tree, I hope you don't hurt your knee, or get stung by a bee, Maybe you'll drink some tea, or swim in the sea, I hope you don't pay any fee, Happy 8th birthday to Liam. Happy birthday! Our next birthday shout out goes to Ellie, who is turning 9. Happy birthday, Ellie. He is from Toronto, Canada. Ellie is an amazing brother to his older sister, Gabby, and his younger sister, Liana. He is a bright and caring kid who is passionate about his activities. Ellie is a superstar hockey player, go NT, with the hardest shot on his team. And he also loves baseball, soccer, skiing, piano, reading, Pokemon, and playing video games with his sisters, especially Minecraft. Ellie's favorite food is ice cream, and he deeply loves his family. And Ellie, your mom, dad, and sisters are super proud of you and love you to the moon. Happy birthday, Ellie. Happy birthday to Ellie. You are turning 9. You're a superstar ice hockey player. You love baseball and soccer, skiing and piano and reading and Pokemon and playing video games. You love ice cream and you are a great brother to your sisters and you're really caring and passionate. Happy birthday to Ellie. We hope 9 is divine and we hope that you score lots of goals at the ice rink. Happy birthday, Ellie. Our next shout out goes to Sierra Penelope, who is turning 4. Happy birthday, Sierra. She is from Honeoye Falls, New York. And Sierra, here is a message from your mom. Sierra, you are a strong, intelligent, kind, and sweet little girl with a heart of gold. You already shine with such independence and confidence. You love your friends, adore your brother Eli, and have the biggest soft spot for cats, chickens, and all animals. You have a gentle but strong spirit and caring nature. You are always on the move, playing soccer, rock climbing, yoga, gymnastics, and dancing. You love the water, whether you're swimming in a lake, splashing at the beach, or diving into any pool you can find. You love reading books, creating art, baking, helping out around the house, and collecting your little treasures. You build the best forts, jump high on the trampoline, explore playgrounds, and spend hours outside. We are so proud of the person you are becoming and the incredible spirit and spunk you bring to our family every single day. We love you more than words can say. Happy 4th birthday, sweet Sierra. Love Mom, Dad, and Eli. Happy birthday to Sierra Penelope. You're turning 4 and you're from New York. You are strong and smart and kind and sweet. And you love soccer and rock climbing. You love water and reading books and art and baking and collecting little treasures. You build great forts and jump high on the trampoline. And you love cats and chickens and animals. Happy 4th to Sierra. We hope it's super sweet just like you. Happy birthday, Sierra. Our next shout out goes to Eli, who is turning 7. Happy birthday, Eli. He is from Tucker, Georgia. Eli is the happiest, most fun-loving kid his parents have ever met. He loves playing baseball, go Dodgers, soccer, swimming, playing outside with his brother Luke, and especially loves snuggling with his dog Turner and his 3 new kittens, Ronnie, Ozzy, and Beans. Eli also loves school, traveling with his family, and meeting new people whenever possible. And your dad says, Eli, we love you to infinite space and back. Happy birthday, Eli. You're turning 7, and you live in Georgia. You're so happy and fun-loving, and you love playing baseball and soccer and swimming and playing outside with Luke and snuggling with Turner and Ronnie, Ozzy, and Beans. Happy birthday to Eli. You love school and traveling, and you love to meet new people. Happy 7th birthday, Eli. Happy birthday! Our next shout out goes to Janelle, who is turning 9. Happy birthday, Janelle. She lives in Florida, and she swims like a mermaid. She can also bounce super high on the trampoline. She loves riding her bike and playing with friends. Janelle wants to be a teacher when she grows up, and she is the sweetest, most amazingly kind and responsible girl. And your mom, dad, big brother Josh, and pet bird Kiwi love you so much. Happy birthday to Janelle. You are turning 9 years old. You live in Florida, and you can swim like a mermaid. You bounce really high on the trampoline, and you love riding your bike and hanging with friends. You want to be a teacher when you grow up. You are so sweet and kind, and you are responsible too. Happy 9th birthday to Janelle. We hope it is super fun, and you get to open lots of presents. Happy 9th birthday! Coming up next is Betsy, who is turning 13. Teenager! Betsy lives in Alabama, and she plays trombone, dances, and she loves art. And Betsy, your parents and big brother are so proud of you. Happy 13th birthday to Betsy. You're from Alabama, and you play trombone, and you dance, and you love art, and you are turning 13. We hope it's your teenage dream. Our next shout out goes to Morgan, who is turning 10. Double digits! Morgan lives in Washington State. She loves gymnastics, and she wants to be an artist when she grows up. Morgan is smart, funny, and she has great hair. And your mom says, Dad and I are so proud to be your parents. Happy 10th birthday to Morgan. You live in Washington and you love gymnastics. You want to be an artist. When you grow up, you're smart and funny and you have great hair. Happy double digits, Morgan. We hope that you have the best birthday you've ever had. Happy 10th birthday to you. We hope it's awesome, Morgan, just like you are. Our next birthday goes out to Milan, who is turning 6. Happy birthday, Milan. He loves building Legos, playing soccer, going to jiu-jitsu, watching Pokemon, doing arts and crafts, making people laugh, and he has the biggest heart. And Milan, your mom, dad, and big sister Mia love you so much. Milan, you are turning 6. You love Legos and playing soccer and watching Pokemon and doing jiu-jitsu and making crafts and making people laugh. And you have the biggest heart. Happy birthday to Milan. We hope 6 is the best year yet. Happy birthday, Milan. You're awesome. Yeah. And our last shout out goes to Molly, who is turning 9. Happy birthday, Molly. She loves art, playing the piano, reading, being outside, animals, tap and jazz dancing, Harry Potter, spending time with her family, and being the best big sister to Rosie. Molly is creative, smart, and empathic, and your mom and dad are so proud of who you are, and they love you lots. Happy 9th birthday to Molly. You love art and reading and playing the piano and being outside, and you love animals and dancing and Harry Potter and spending time with your family, and you are the best big sister. Molly is creative, smart, and empathic, and we wish her the best 9th year. We hope it is fun and fabulous. Happy 9th birthday, Molly. Happy birthday! And here's your conversation starter. What is your favorite kind of dog?
Corgi.
What do you like about corgis?
They look cool.
They look cool with their short little stubby legs and bodies. They are very cute.
And I like dogs with triangles.
You like dogs with triangle ears? That's interesting. I think my favorite kind of dog has gotta be a dachshund or a wiener dog. I think they're just so cute and tiny. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great week. Thank you for listening to the Trivia for Kids podcast. If you haven't done so already, please give us a 5-star review. Birthday shoutouts are available to paid Patreon subscribers. So if you would like to have a birthday shoutout at the end of our show, sign up to be a Patreon subscriber and listen for your birthday. Please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And don't forget to check out our YouTube channel for even more trivia fun. Thanks for listening.